Hello and welcome to the FSF PopCast Live Edition. Welcome to the FSF PopCast Live Edition, the show where we thought having microphones and a YouTube account might make us YouTube or TikTok famous. That's still a thing, right?
Until the government bans it. Anyway.
It accesses our Wi-Fi. Anyway.
So does everything. Never mind.
Stupidest question I've ever. We don't talk about politics on this show like ever, but I don't care if it's political or not. That is the stupidest question you could ask anybody about an app that's on your phone. If it'll, oh god. Anyway, okay, next.
Before we get into tonight's show and we figure out what else burns Tim's biscuits, let's
want to know what grinds my gears? Anyway.
We need to say thank you to our show partner, Level Up Sabers.
There it goes.
Hello, camera. Why are we not focusing now? Excuse me for a second. That didn't work. We're going to just talk for a minute while my camera figures out what it's doing. Anyway.
I'm going to laugh. You're going to talk.
Links for Level Up Savers can be found in the show notes and comment section when Tim puts them there.
Yeah, I got distracted tonight. Back to old habits of being distracted because I could.
Come on. Focus. Let's see. There we go. We're back. All right. So, issues aside, hello. Happy Monday, Tim. How are you?
I am doing just dandy.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, it's definitely a Monday. Some Mondays are worse than others. Some Mondays we pull into this thing and we're like, no problem. You know what? We got this. We can do it. Tim, distracted? Banana. Yeah, so.
As I'm over here still eating my dinner, we're totally got this today.
It'll be okay. So a couple things you'll notice, on the bottom of the screen, we have it scrolling along the bottom. You have an opportunity to subscribe to a couple different things that help us out. You can check us out on Discord. That link is in the notes. Also, our Patreon contest channel. How about that? Patreon content, and I don't know how contest got in there, but it did. It's not really a thing. We're not having any contests. We're
but
not
we
that
could.
cool.
If that'll encourage you to join our Patreon, let us know.
We might be able to throw something together that's contest worthy. But you can join our Discord and you can join our Patreon. Both give you an opportunities to get some really cool access to different things, different places, all that kind of stuff. So if you're thinking about it and you already have subscribed here on our YouTube channel, we want to thank you. If you haven't yet, please smash that like and subscribe button. Make sure you do that. But our Patreon content, we uploaded new content today, episode 2 of our Stargate. I can't talk today. Holy cow. I've been doing so much with Star Trek, though we're going to get into that more here in just a second, but I've been doing so much with Star Trek as of late. I kind of have Star Trek on the brain. But our Patreon page, episode 2 of the FSF Reviews Stargate SG1, Season 1, Episode 1, Parts 1 and 2. That is now uploaded on our Patreon page, and you can watch how I came up with a new term for something that Nick did. And it's lots of fun. We have 5 levels of subscription there, $1 to $40, all kinds of fun. And yeah. So.
You got more? Are you good right now?
I'm good. You can go ahead.
All right. So tonight we have 2 fabulous guests waiting for us in the virtual green room. Sorry. We have James Cox from the podcast When Words Fail, Music Speaks.
Hello, James.
And Jason Taylor from the 3 Geeks Podcast.
Hey, guys.
Also known tonight as Nick Stockbridge because we're missing a stash and he feels like he should stash it up for us.
I was going to shave down to a mustache to be on this program tonight, but I managed to get a girlfriend and she told me no.
Don't do it.
I will have the mustache as well. Anyway,
I have a pen.
I look like a child when I shave all this off. I look like I'm like 14, 15, 16 years old. Horrible.
Yeah, I get it. If I shave off my if I leave facial hair there, I look good with a beard, I think. But if I leave just a mustache, I honestly will laugh at myself when I walk past the mirror. I might laugh at myself anyway, but this is a little more advanced laughing.
Right.
If I shave, I just look fat.
Oh no.
There it is.
Marker's not working.
All right. So, hey, just real quick before we give you guys a chance to let everybody know who you are, where you're from, although we just introduced you, just a couple quick things we want to go through. You'll see this come up on the screen here. Boom, there it is. So I want to remind you that Strange New Worlds is now available on Blu-ray, DVD, and limited edition Blu-ray Steelbook Edition. You have the chance to experience every single episode like never before with 100 minutes of special features, including exclusive cast and crew interviews, a gag reel, deleted scenes, and more. Own the Emmy-nominated first season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds from CBS and Paramount Home Entertainment today. Limited edition 4K UHD Steelbook is also now available. And we'll put a buying link for that in the comments. But that is now available, and you guys get the opportunity to have a whole lot of fun watching some Star Trek Strange New Worlds with a whole bunch of different bonus features. Like I said, over 100 minutes of special features. So there's a lot there to enjoy. So, and then also, just real briefly, we've been talking a lot about this. I need to grab this link real quick because that's where my brain's working. We also have coming up in the links in the comments there. There it is. It's an eBay link. It's kind of big and bulky, but we're going to take it off the screen here. But it is in the chat. If you go check that out, you'll be able to see stuff like this. This was sent to us by former guest of the show, Kitty Swink, and her husband, Armin Shimmerman. It's signed by a whole slew of Star Trek people. And everything that we're going to send through the screen here in just a moment is all signed by Star Trek people. And it's all designed to help the Pancreatic Cancer Action Network, also known as PanCan. 100% of the proceeds of everything that we sell for them is going to go directly to PanCan and help them in their fight against pancreatic cancer, which Kitty Swink is a survivor of. And I'd like to put this in perspective. When Kitty fought pancreatic cancer and won, there was only 3% survival rate. It's now only up to 11% survival rate. It is still the human magic eraser. So, yeah, it's a death sentence. It really is. So if you get it, you want to help out, and you can check these things out. There's some cool hats. You see signatures by Terry Farrell. There's J.D. Billingsley, John Billingsley. There's Jonathan Frakes. There's Robert Picardo, Armin Shimmerman. There's a cup. There are headshots of Armin, Kitty, Connor Trenier from Enterprise. Goodness, his name is Dramar on the show. Chip Biggs, there it is. Thank you. I had to think about that one for a second. And of course, Jonathan Frakes. And there's a big poster where everybody has signed this.
Go back to Jonathan Frakes.
He is doing the Frakes stance. Yes,
he's beautiful.
And there's a couple other things that are not pictured here that have yet to be listed. But if you go to that link and you check out the one thing that's listed there, you can go to the eBay store and find all the other signed items that you have an opportunity to win. And remember, 100% of the profits of those goes directly to PanCan. It's an amazing opportunity to get some cool merch and help out some really cool people.
Nice.
All right, guys. Yeah, go ahead.
Do you guys have a link where we can go and buy Star Trek Strange New Worlds and you get credit for it?
Yes.
Okay, send it to me later.
Yeah, I will. It's going to go in the comments and everything too. So in just a second here. And then also, so before we get into tonight's topic, let's give you guys each a chance to let everybody know where you're from. We said what your show was, but James, tell everybody how to find your show and what it's about. Let everybody know.
Hey everybody! Thanks Tim for making me a guest on your show. I really like your show a lot. But I'm James Cox. I am one half of the host on When Words Fail Music Speaks podcast. We are on all platforms, including Apple Podcast. Yeah, Apple Podcast. We talk about how music helps with depression and or anxiety. So if you have one of those and want to feel like you're not alone, please go to whenwordsfailmusicspeaks.com and all of our links are there. You can listen to our episodes right there, so you don't have to download anything. And our some merchandise is right there too. So yeah, just check it out. Whenwordsfailmusicspeaks.com. Get everything right there.
Awesome.
Very cool. What's up, Wise?
Wise.
Why? What's up, my dude?
Yeah, Wise is the man. All right.
Yeah.
And Jason, of course, our partner in crime from Three Geeks. Tell everybody about you.
I am everywhere nowadays. I am doing shorts on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I am doing Scary Snobs with my boy Sturdy on the Scene Snobs channel. I'm doing Three Geeks Podcast live Sundays at 10 a.m. And I just want to say a quick thank you to anybody that's from my audience that is watching. The Three Geeks Podcast up till January 1st had 40,000 views on YouTube over our 9-year run. Since January 1st, we are now officially all time at like 110,000 views. So over the last 3 months, it has been a tremendous support. Sure, it's all from shorts, but whatever. Thank you.
It's views. It's
yeah.
That's awesome, man. Congrats. That's seriously.
Stupid.
Seriously, that's really cool. I always love hearing good news like that. It makes me happy.
Overwhelming.
It's awesome. So, all right, there we go. Yeah, John, get it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a cool show.
Don't get into it. I mean, you got do some work, But oh, Tim, is it bad that the last Star Trek I watched it was Generations, or no Deep Space Nine. Deep Space Nine was the last. Because I haven't watched Star Trek in years. So I might want to get back on it and okay.
There you go. Yeah, check it out. Check out Strange New Worlds. I think you'd really like that one if you like.
Never too late to be on the Star Trek wagon.
Yeah, I'm pretty much new to Star Trek. I've always avoided it like the plague, because I was always mocking it because it wasn't Star Wars. But
you mocking something?
I know. I too am shocked.
Better.
But what'd you say?
I said better, nicer fans in Star Trek community.
So anyway, that's it for Jason tonight.
Oh no, bring it back.
Tim, I do want to thank Kathleen for creating, 60,000 email addresses and giving us those 60,000 views.
You're so welcome. It's just me.
Very nice of you.
I now see the comment. All right, I'm the number 1 Three Geeks fan.
And to change your VPN for each one. That's commitment.
That is. I am impressed. More disappointed that she's not doing it for her own show, but whatever.
Watch my own.
Yeah, well, I didn't say I watched it, but you can. Anyway, okay.
I don't just put our show on play and not turn my speakers on and leave my computer running all weekend.
I don't know what you're talking about. All right, so hey, one more quick shout out before we get into tonight's content. I just want to give a shout out to my boy Phil Better. He was on last week with us, and he, gave some good tips to us after the show, and I implemented a couple of those things, and those really helped. And he introduced me to a couple things today. Even I was chatting with him. I'll put later down in the show notes some information about Phil Better. If you don't know Phil, if you haven't used him, Phil is my podcast mogul. He is the man.
Yeah.
Always has good information. Exactly, Kathleen. He makes us feel better because you couldn't have said that into the mic. Okay. Anyway.
I have repeatedly, and it laughed at, so I'm going to put it there so it also gets.
Kathleen Wasp with her dad jokes.
Always. That's right. She's a faux pas.
I actually.
Anyway,
where is
it? But check out Phil. Phil's
the dad jokes.
Yeah. Nice. Phil's a legit guy. Phil's a good dude.
He is. All right, guys. So, here's our topic for tonight. It is no secret that I hate 98.9% of all musicals that have ever been created. I have only openly said that there are 2 musicals that I like and that I will sit down and watch again. So we're taking the rest of this time on the show to subject myself to my own personal hell And that means that James, Jason, and Kathleen, I don't know what you're doing.
Why are we laughing?
Jason's down there.
I edited myself.
Okay.
When you said you hated musicals, I did this.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so, but yeah, James and Jason and Kathleen are going to take some time here tonight to try and make musicals out of shows that are not musicals, or maybe that should have never been a musical. And they're going to try and sell it to me as to why they think that I should watch it. And then I have to pick one, the one that sucks the least, or what Kathleen called the winner. So, yeah. It's a competition.
Sometimes the least sucky option is the winner. And I speak as in my husband married me. So sometimes the least sucky option is the winner.
Wow. The self-deprecation is strong here tonight. All right.
That's so mean.
Oh, man.
It could have been worse.
It could have. I've heard some of the other self-deprecation jokes. That was actually pretty good. So, all right. So the order I have this tonight is because Kathleen has home field advantage. We're going to make her go first. So, and then, yeah. And because normally with things like this, and I'm not saying she did it this week, but last week she had like 17 options. So I'm kind of curious because it's musicals and she loves musicals. Want to see what her options are. So, all right. So Kathleen, bring the pain. I am so worried right now.
Star Trek, the original series, as a musical, but it is all Shatner's spoken album.
Yes! Yes!
That could work. Well, yeah.
Is that even a musical, though? Because it's more like talking with music in the background. I mean, it's fine. I'm down. I love Shatner's album.
I mean, talking with music in the background is also what you could call rap. So I guess it would be like, it could be like a rap musical, kind of like Hamilton.
Whoa.
Okay, so here's a problem right away. Number one, I hate musicals. Number two, I hate Shatner.
Yep.
Number three, I love his version of Deep Purple Space Trucking. So somehow they took a classic hard rock song and turned it into a samba, and with him like pseudo screaming, yeah.
That's actually not my first option tonight, though.
Yeah, I was pretty sure
that was legitimately just to watch you cringe.
Kathleen had me until her definition of rap music. Now I'm no longer rooting for her.
So see, on the one hand, I'm like, oh God, that'd be so painful and awful. On the other hand, there's a part of me that wants to know exactly how bad it would be.
It would be a dumpster fire.
Well, yeah, it would have to be.
It'd be amazing.
But it would be somewhere, is it going to be like Rocket Man or Space Trucking? His versions of Rocket Man, something like that.
Rocket Man is so bad.
I know, but it's so bad it's good. That's the thing. And I admit that I like anything from Shatner, really, except for his cameo in Fanboys. But yeah, okay. You almost got me on that one. All right, Kathleen, what else you got?
The actual option I was looking at today is I am currently doing a rewatch of Heroes, which I love.
I do. I love Heroes too. I hope you're not watching Reborn, because Reborn is a waste of time.
No, I am just getting to the exploding man.
Okay, but you're not going to watch Reborn, right? Because that was awful.
It was terrible. No. So what I was thinking, though, is I was thinking that Heroes, as like an 80s rock, like Heroes, but with like a spin of Jesus Christ Superstar and Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat. Because I feel like it needs like the 80s power ballads.
Yeah.
But also the super over-the-top campy cheesiness. I think could be a lot of fun.
I like it. As long as there's a song called Horn-Rimmed Glasses.
Yes!
Okay.
Yes! Most definitely!
Set to ZZ Top's Cheap Sunglasses.
There you go!
With my horn-rimmed glasses. Anyway, yeah.
That'd be great.
And although he was not intending it to be about this, John, I will put this on there for it could have been worse.
No, that's about his wife choice.
Oh, I know. That's why I prefaced it with I know it's not about this, but your two suggestions so far, it could have been worse. It could have been worse. I didn't like outright cringe at either one of them. That's the thing. Huh. Okay.
Do you,
So those are,
do you like that idea?
Oh, see, I love the show Heroes. You're right. Reborn absolutely sucked. I think I watched like 3 or 4 episodes of it, and I was like, "This is painful. This is awful. God, why
I
did
made
they
it
bring this
to
back?"
5 because I even like the seasons of Heroes nobody likes, like season 2 and 3. I love
Yeah.
that show.
I thought the whole original run of Heroes was really good. I didn't, but Heroes Reborn was painful.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So
I like it.
So hold on. What's your reason for disliking Shatner?
Disliking what? Shatner?
William Shatner. Why don't you like
sucks.
William Shatner? Okay, well,
Tim has hot takes, James. The things that
Well,
you
that's
love,
how-
Tim hates.
No, I've always just I've always disliked his overacting, and I realized that some of it was the writing, some of it was the directing, the style of
his
the time.
overacting was kind of cringe. Yeah.
His toupee was too tight.
I just
And the way he pauses after each word. Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
Tim's a Star Wars
So,
fan. He's not used to good acting.
well, I didn't get it in TOS from anybody but Nimoy. So, I've just never been all that sold on Shatner.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's great as a price line negotiator.
Yes.
And I've never watched it, but I've heard he's amazing in Boston Legal. He's a different type, completely different actor.
You actually probably would like him in Boston Legal.
Yeah, Spader is enough to sell you on that show, but yes.
Yeah.
Right. And so I never really watched that, but yeah, I probably would go back and watch it just for Spader. Because I happen to really like James Spader. I think he's a good actor. But that's the reason why. I've just never been all that big on him. There's been very sporadic things here and there over the years from Shatner that I've liked. Mostly his mock songs, one or two of them here and there, like the ones I mentioned earlier, Rocket Man and Space Trucking. By the way, if you haven't listened to Space Trucking, go.
That's right. It's great.
You got to. It's amazing. That one and his Ground Control to Major Tom version.
Yes.
Yeah. He was good as the big giant head in Third Rock too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, he wasn't that bad at that either. I forgot about that.
Question,
but yeah,
you guys listen to Nimoy's Bilbo Baggins song? You should. It's fun.
Bilbo
Baggins.
I always want to sing that song like the King of the Wild Frontier. Anyway. All right. So, Kathleen, that's all you got for us? Those are the only two?
It is actually.
Wow, I'm impressed. I was expecting like a laundry list from you. I'll be honest.
Well, I mean, there's more running through my head, but that's it for right now. There are definitely more options brewing in there.
We'll circle back after we get through these guys and see if they touch on any of the ones that you had. All right, James, tell us what you got.
Well, okay, so I did mine on a movie. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Movie, TV show, whatever you think wasn't a musical but should have been a musical.
Great. I got a good one that I think we can watch for Kathleen and Jason. Have you seen The 40-Year-Old Virgin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That could be a musical because so he can like they could sing about like how Andy met his coworkers, how his coworkers got to work at their place, how he met Trish, his wife. Well, spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't seen it yet. But he like they can break out into musicals after every almost encounter that he has with people he's met throughout the movie. You know.
I'm now just imagining the waxing scene as a song as well.
I would love that as a musical, and I want to just put an asterisk out there. I would never sell all my toys to meet a woman, ever.
Because you can't go wrong with Steve Carell. Steve Carell is
right.
He's never been in trouble with anybody. You hardly ever see him, and when you do, his levels are like top everything.
I kind of now want to see him yell the old Kelly Clarkson and then like break into like, since you've been gone or something like that.
Right. Please. And they could have Kelly Clarkson come in and do her. And then, yeah.
Okay, that would actually be kind of entertaining. I could see that. Yeah. They pull the strip. She comes in, sings the song, and Kelly Clarkson.
And then Kelly walks in and it's her ballad, and then leaves, and then the next scene is, whatever next. Yeah.
I love it.
See?
It's great.
Let's make it for Tim to watch on Steve Carell. Make it happen.
Yeah.
That could be like a Broadway show too, with everybody coming back and singing. I don't know if Tim's buying this. I know I can't read him right now, but he seems very.
He's perplexed.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, I'm back to number one. I still hate musicals, but number two, I also see where this could be entertaining in some ways.
Yeah.
Especially like the scene where they're in the electronics store and they're, the guy's wife comes in and starts yelling, and she's yelling at Steve Carell's character for being a dog, and and he's trying to, I don't know how that would turn into a song, but
it could.
Seth Rogen's character somehow.
I mean, if you think about the things that have been written about as songs, I'm pretty sure you could turn it into a song.
Oh yeah.
I mean, Andrew Lloyd Webber wrote an entire musical about cats,
not dogs. He needs to write one about dogs now.
He does.
Yeah, because dogs are.
The original Peaks and the Follicles was technically about dogs. He also wrote Jesus Christ Superstar.
I'm sure there is a song for everything. I'm sure there is. I'm nervous about how deep I'm going to go searching into different things to find the songs for everything. What other things will you find? It's almost like Lord of the Rings, going for the, I dug too deeply and found the Balrog, and then it's a problem. Jesus, I'm sure they do.
Oh, that's true. They do have a song about magic underpants.
Yeah,
I have never seen that, but
you actually would enjoy Book of Mormon. I think.
Well, it's written by the South Park guys, right?
It is.
Yeah.
So, does it have a Cartman breakout? About Kyle's mom?
I guess it did.
I mean,
they did write it, so yeah. Yep, but 40-year-old version needs to be a musical.
Definitely.
And we need to get Tim as one of the actors so he can sing with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get Tim to be actor.
I don't know that that's how you get me in it. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know that's how we get me involved, but yeah.
That sounds promising, right?
I'm not against your offering here, James. I'm just my brain. It's running through my brain a lot, trying to figure out
how you can like it,
how it would all work, and how much I would exactly hate to be in the audience, versus how much how much my wife would have to talk me into it.
Wait. So 1 out of 10, how much do you love the movie? Just the movie.
The movie is a solid 7.
Okay, so
7 or 8. Yeah, I think it's one of Steve Carell's best offerings outside of The Office.
Yeah. Agreed.
And
I thought that like you would rate this musical a solid 6. If you like this movie as a solid 7, I think it's like under par. For you.
It's possible.
Yeah,
it's possible.
Yeah.
I haven't figured out my grading scale yet. I was waiting to get through Jason's, and then I'll figure out my grading scale here and how I'm rating everything. So there's possibility.
Yeah.
All right, Jason.
All right. How many of these do you want from me? I can go all day. Here we
go. Go for it.
A TV show when it's on my TV, and I want the funny science fiction podcast to be a musical. Let's go.
Yeah! I would
Nick's
do that.
thinking about stashes. I woke up this morning, trimmed my stash. It's time to go and play with my lightsaber, something like that.
Well, I feel like you've got to.
Tim, I hate a lot of things, but I love Star Wars.
Do you ever think that maybe I'm just the white version of Max?
Maybe. I can see it.
I could see that, yeah.
That's why we get along so well. That's why Max and I get along so well. I'm the white version of Max.
No, but my pick, and it did a song within the series at one point, and you've got Allison Hannigan and Neil Patrick Harris, who have both done musical work in the past, and that is, of course, I'm playing up to the host's tastes, and that is How I Met Your Mother. Like, you don't even need to recast anybody; they can all do musical.
That would be good.
Theater. And I mean, you've heard the Suit song, Tim. I used to have it on my phone. Hopefully, I still do.
That whole episode's basically a musical.
But imagine the whole show like that. It's amazing.
That would be good.
Nothing suits me like a suit.
That's right. Oh my God, how amazing would How I Met Your Mother be the musical? Like if they announced that tomorrow, Tim, I know you'd be watching it.
And I know. Neil Patrick Harris.
If it had fair to put this in the competition because I know you're going to watch it.
Well, especially if it has the original cast back, you know, if it has NPH, you know, because that's the thing. If you're going to have somebody be Barney Stinson, it has to be Barney Stinson. It can't be the Wish version. You know, it has to be the original Barney.
The Wish version.
Or it can't be DJ Qualls.
That's right. Oh, that'd be awful. DJ's a good actor and he does some really cool stuff, but he is no NPH.
That's true.
There's a lot of people out there who aren't NPH. So
yeah,
I
can pull that off.
I think Neil has been in quite a few musicals, if I'm not mistaken. Because like one or two. So, I mean, he can pull it off for sure.
Oh yeah, he's okay. So again, going back to my dislike for all things musicals, but have you ever seen his introduction for the Tony Awards a few years back?
I've not.
Yes.
Oh, you need to go find that. His introduction to the Tonys is actually pretty darn good.
Why are you watching the Tonys, Tim?
Because I was doing research we had another guest on named Michael Cerveris, who was on The Tick, who played Ramses IV, the leader of the Pyramid Gang. And Michael Cerveris is a Tony Award winner. And so I went back and I was looking at a few things, and then that actually showed up in my YouTube, like next to watch, you know, and I was like, oh, NPH. Okay. Because I was looking up, you know, what Michael had been in and what he had done. And I wanted to be, you know, somewhat knowledgeable about my guest on the show. And yeah, I was actually really impressed. Michael can sing. That dude is extremely talented. Not just a funny actor on The Tick, on Amazon's The Tick, but yeah, he's extremely talented. He's got a band out there. I can't remember the name of the band right now. I'd have to go back and look it up. Something with cows. That's all I can remember. But it's really good music. A lot of this stuff kind of reminds me of, like, you know, early Toad the Wet Sprocket type stuff. And then yeah, he did a bunch of musicals and Sweeney Todd and some other things. Yeah,
Sweeney Todd.
He was also Professor Pig on Gotham, the TV show. So,
okay. Yeah.
And yeah, John, that Tony intro was amazing. Not necessarily. I'm very specific, John, but I do love me some Schmigadoon for whatever reason. Mm-hmm. That show, that musical on Apple TV Plus, really did hit the mark for me. So yeah, it could be. You might be onto something there.
I love episodic musicals. Like Buffy did a great one. How I Met Your Mother had a fun one.
Even the Grey's Anatomy musical wasn't terrible.
I'm not there yet.
But you would have to watch Grey's Anatomy to watch that, right?
I'm on season 7. My daughter's like, if you watch Grey's Anatomy, I'm going to watch Star Trek. I'm like a third of the way through season 7. We've watched no Star Trek together, but I'm enjoying the show. So joke's on her.
I used to enjoy the show until we got to the COVID seasons, and then I stopped watching it because I got to the point where I'm like, and done.
I've seen all the COVID seasons. Obviously, my daughter watches it. They're okay. They're fine. But
it was too much at that point.
My second pick, and because I love Sweeney Todd, is I want to see Halloween the musical.
Ooh.
I'm off to babysit. It's going to be a kill. Can't wait to see the kids. We'll play games and have fun. Maybe some hide and seek. See, a lot of referential.
Kill in the first song, rules the whole movie after that, because you know what it's going to be about. You know.
Yep. It's fine. Foreshadowing.
But that would work. You know.
I even want Michael to have a silent number where he's like doing his miming. There's no actual music coming out, but it'd be fun.
I don't think
it's just him breathing to a rhythm.
There we go.
All right.
Kidding, that'd be amazing.
I'm not much into horror, so that wouldn't do anything for me.
It's fine.
I met your mother then.
I already played my trump card on you, so I made one for me. Just like Kathleen made one for her, William Shatner. And let me ask you, Tim.
I would totally watch Star Trek the music. Like, I would totally watch an entire musical of Star Trek. That would be great.
Oh my god, I would too. Especially if it's the original cast. Oh my. Sulu. I'm Sulu.
Yeah, I don't see that happening though. There's only a couple of them left, and Shatner's 92, and
that dude's 92.
Yeah, Shatner's 92, 93, something like that. So, yeah, for sure. But you could get somebody from if they got the Kelvin Timeline movie series people to do it, that wouldn't be bad. Like Chris Pine and John Cho and those guys. But John Cho as Sulu has to drop the "Oh my" line at some point if you're going to do it.
Oh yeah,
has to happen.
Absolutely.
Like watch Spock and he sees Spock and Uhura kiss, and he's got to be like, "Oh my."
And I got to say, Harold and Kumar musical would be amazing as well.
Again, that would have an NPH cameo at least because I said I was sorry. Here's money for your car.
Friends could be a good one, I think, maybe.
Friends.
Awesome. Yeah. TV show.
Okay. All right. So I have one for you guys.
Okay.
And I don't know that I would actually even watch it, but I thought that might a couple episodes of it might be fun because it would have to be a TV show. I don't think it could work as a movie or as a long form item. And that's the TV show Alf as a musical, and about his love for cats and always chasing cats.
That'd be awesome. That would be kind of weird though.
And the only other problem is that you'd have to make a decision as to whether or not you want to put a person in an Alf suit or you want to have it be puppetized.
It has to be puppetized. I don't want to watch Alf with a person in a suit.
Well, if you puppetize him, he doesn't have legs. You need him to walk around.
Well, you could marionette.
But yeah.
If you've got a good puppeteer, they could marionette him.
Yeah, I've tried to find that guy so I could interview the voice of Alf, and he is like hidden everywhere. Like you can't even find anything to him.
Like he doesn't exist. He isn't that of a alien mystery. He's like 4'6" or something. You can get like a child to do it and make him bring the guy that did his voice back.
Right.
I don't know.
Right.
Yeah. Kathleen, what's it like to be married to a genius? Because this right here
is amazing. Yeah.
Go picture. It
is one of the biggest burdens. It really is.
So can we do a hybrid of Alf and cats? Because Alf chasing Rum Tum Tugger just sounds hilarious. Only if it turns into a horror movie. Now, this might be a horror movie that I would watch where Alf gets the cats one by one.
Yeah, I mean,
like picking them off one by one. I'd be so down. I would sit down with a bowl of popcorn and a glass of bourbon and let's go.
Well, Tim, if they can do it with Winnie the Pooh and the Grinch, they can do it with Alf and the Cats. I'm just saying. Let's go.
Okay, yeah, well, that's true. You got me there.
I'd rather do the cats so they could all go, Yes. Because if I hang around too long, I'd die probably. So.
Right.
They can all go,
Understood. Are they doing a Pinocchio version of a horror movie too? Did I read that?
Probably. That's popular right now.
Because he's
Grinch, but I don't know about Pinocchio yet.
Because I heard something about Pinocchio's coming up on being public domain.
Probably then.
And if he is, then that would make it available for them to do what they did with Winnie the Pooh, because then Disney can't sue them. So, because public domain and all. Okay. All right.
I'm kind of surprised that Disney released anything, from their catalog.
Made anything public domain? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they have a choice, do they? Because they weren't the original owners.
No, plus I think because the public domain does not include Tigger, so they may have rights to a different book.
Okay.
Yes, Blood and Honey is going to become a shared cinematic universe, according to internet rumors.
I'm just looking forward to that sequel because now they have.
I haven't seen it yet, but I heard it was very, very good.
Oh, they're already talking about a sequel of the Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, the fact that it made more than $12, which I'm sure was its budget. That we're gonna get more.
Can't wait for the $16 sequel.
I can't. I haven't seen the original yet.
John, this is why we keep John around. He's really good at finding facts. Tigger will become public domain next year.
Nice.
Like I said, it is an absolute burden to be married to such a genius.
Does his head get bigger after these shows with everybody calling him geniuses? Like, do you go in the living room and can't walk because his head is like so inflated?
No, luckily he's a very humble person, and he will tell you just how humble he is.
They made $4 million on a $100,000 budget. That is an amazing return. Holy cow!
Right? Yeah.
I can't believe they made $4 million.
I can't either.
That just blows my mind. That's actually really impressive, because now I'm sitting here thinking, how did? Because was it straight to DVD, or was it digital sale like through Vudu and things like that?
It's not on Vudu yet. It was in theaters, and then they brought it back because of popular demand. But I mean, it actually made it to theaters.
It made it to theaters.
Of course, it did.
A small run.
The fact that there's a Winnie the Pooh horror movie is going to spark enough interest to get people to go.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it shows how much I pay attention to horror. So
It kind of got overshadowed with the 25th anniversary of Titanic.
That's fair. I almost went to that Titanic.
There was a 25th anniversary.
I can't sit that long.
Yeah. Yeah, it was 25th.
Yeah. I didn't want to watch Leonardo say, "Draw me like one of your French girls," or be told to draw her. Anyway, you know what I'm trying to say. I can't.
No, I really want somebody now to draw Leonardo like a French girl. Thank you.
Well,
look what you've done.
Hey, whatever.
You're multi-talents. Can you draw that for Kathleen, please?
It'll be fun. Tim's like, man, this is awkward.
No, because all of a sudden now I'm picturing, Leonardo as, one of the French girls. So, all right.
Of course
that's
you are.
Where my brain
in your own time, Tim. In your own time. It's a family show.
Look, I'm too old for Leonardo anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Right. So am I.
I'm not 21, so
I'm too old for him.
Yeah, I know. You turned 30. You old bag of bones, you.
I think I'm the oldest one here. I'm 43.
Nope, 46. Tim got to beat.
Tim's really? 64, James. 64.
Wow.
Just
invert them. Just invert those.
How do you do it, man? You lotion or something?
I just get up every morning and take 3 Tylenol. It'll be fine.
Okay.
I wake up with lower back pain, so it's part of the day.
Yeah. I wake up.
Physically, all right. 46. Mentally, I'm
maybe pushing 12.
Well, see, you're simultaneously the immature 12-year-old and the cranky old man who wants to yell at the kids, turn down their music, and get off his lawn. Like,
It does, yeah, vacillate very, very quickly and violently back and forth between the two. So
you're like a cat.
I love you. Go away. I love you. Go away. Anyway,
don't touch me. Why did you love
me? Yeah. Please hit that like button, everyone. The more likes and shares that we get, the more we get, other people to enjoy the madness and insanity that is going on your screen right now. All right, so
wild. What are you talking about?
I'm supposed to grade this or something or judge.
You are supposed to choose.
So you're supposed to choose between mine and I don't remember theirs, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
It happens.
I know Star Trek was mentioned one time.
Heroes.
I got them all up.
Rock album.
Heroes, the 40-year-old version, Star Trek. And
Heroes.
what was your Jason?
Oh, mine was How I Met Your Mother and Halloween.
How I Met Your Mother.
And funny science fiction.
Oh, Heroes. How 40-year-old version or yeah.
Just say it's How I Met Your Mother, Tim, so we can move on.
Or the FSF PopCast.
It will never be the FSF
musical
PopCast.
edition.
Oh my God! Please,
Never.
I will become a Patreon even more than I am now.
I would pay to see that.
So,
people pay to see it, Tim. Let's make people pay.
You should make it a $100 tier, Tim, to be a $100 Patreon. They'll do a musical
Let's
episode.
make the movie. Yes, yes, good sir. You are correct.
All right, so here we are. This is my final verdict. Number 1, How I Met Your Mother.
Okay.
Jason played a very good trump card, and he knew it. It's my favorite TV show of all time. It's gonna be a thing. Because Jason and I talk a lot about How I Met Your Mother and How I Met Your Father, and we compare notes, and so he knows my affinity for that show. But a very close number 2 is 40-Year-Old Virgin, the musical. So, James did a really good job on setting that one up. I thought that was really good.
I just can't wait for Seth Rogen's rap number.
I know, right?
40-year-old version. I can't wait.
And then or Romney Malco could have a really good rap session between both, I think.
There you go. Apparently, John does not love Kathleen. He wants to make FSF the musical his anniversary gift.
Oh my God.
So,
John, I would marry you. That's
I have a feeling that him making the musical also involves me singing the musical.
Oh, it does. He hasn't even talked about all of it, but I guarantee you, that is definitely part of it.
Mm-hmm.
Kathleen, tell me how that makes you feel.
Like I want to drive to Ohio and punch you in the face.
So we're the hero, right?
Yeah, something like that. I will voluntarily go to Ohio, Jason. That's how it makes me feel.
I might come to Michigan, so you might be able to just punch me in the face while I'm there.
Even better. Then I don't have to worry about the interstate.
I'm going to go sleep on Tim's couch for a weekend.
It's a very comfortable couch.
Got 2 very comfortable couches now, so you can pick which room you like. You want to be closer to the wood stove? Whatever, we can make it work.
What's
There will definitely you might get me there just for the bourbon. I don't know that anything else productive will happen from it, but there'll be bourbon. I might show up.
So I got to know. What are your 2 favorite musicals? Since you said you only have 2. What are them?
Well, one of them is Schmigadoon.
Okay.
So, on Apple TV Plus, I absolutely fell in love with that TV show last year when it first came out, and I'm very much looking forward to season 2 of that. I ended up that there's a couple spots in that show where I was able to make my children uncomfortable, and that made it fun for me. So that's probably why I loved it the most. Especially when it came to the Vagina song. So yeah. And then the other is Phantom of the Opera.
Ooh, good one.
So out of all the musicals I've gone and seen in person, Phantom is the one that I love the most. My wife drugged me to go see Cats. That was torture. That was nails on a chalkboard. She took me to go see Les Mis. For 3 hours, I asked her what people were talking about, what was going on. I was so completely lost.
Was Was that the one that you did? Why are they singing at each other?
Yes.
Okay.
They're talking. Why are they singing at each other? You know. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, those are my two though. I love the theatrics of Phantom of the Opera, the chandelier, the everything, the groundswell for I actually enjoyed. I could follow the story. It made sense to me, and I just enjoyed it.
Okay, so now further questioning.
Okay.
Have you tried watching Hamilton?
No, but I'm planning on it actually because I was told by a couple different people that I would probably really enjoy it because it's more, the hip hop leaning, and I love Revolutionary War era type stuff, and so it's a combination of the two.
That's true.
So I have not sat down and watched it as of yet because every time I go to sit down to watch it, there's something else that I got to watch that I need to watch for this show to keep going.
That's hard that this show keeps making us have to do it. We should do a watch party. We could do a Discord or a Patreon watch party with Hamilton.
Okay, so if we want to do a watch party of a musical and you wanted it to be Hamilton, I would sign on for that one.
Do it! Because I also love that musical.
I've never watched it. I couldn't tell you a thing about what's going on other than, some YouTube clips that I've seen here and there or,
Oh my gosh.
So,
Jason, have you seen it?
Of course, I love hip hop.
Okay.
And it's not just like people that are like the rapping in it is top notch as well. Like it's on a Jay-Z Eminem level of lyrics. Like it's really good.
No, John. No.
But can you just picture Tim's reaction to King George? You're gonna love it. It's gonna be great.
Well, I'll set it up in Discord, and we can do a watch party. I'm totally down for that.
I will join that watch party.
So we'll have to work out the details, but I will definitely do it. So that one I will co-sign that. Let's do it.
Sweet.
So. Because I have a great musical that you would really dig. It's okay. Have you heard of a Revo Man, the genetic opera?
Ooh.
No.
Yes.
Okay, Giles from Buffy the Vampire Slayer is in it.
Yes.
There's a lot of there's a lot of blood. It's kind of like it's a great story, and it's not just like nonsense physical that doesn't make any sense. It makes sense, definitely.
All right. Well, very cool.
That one too.
That didn't make sense to me, so yeah.
All right. So before we go winding down into the end of the show, just need to throw this up on the screen one more time. Got some copy to read for you guys. We want to remind you that again, that Strange New Worlds from Star Trek is now available on Blu-ray, DVD, and limited edition Blu-ray Steelbook. Experience every episode like never before with over 100 minutes of special features, including exclusive cast and crew interviews, a gag reel, deleted scenes, and more. Own the Emmy-nominated first season of Star Trek Strange New Worlds from CBS and Paramount Home Entertainment today. Limited edition 4K UHD Steelbook available now. Now that buying link that you see there, we'll add that not only into the comments, but we'll put that down into the show notes as well. And you guys can purchase your Strange New Worlds Blu-ray, DVD, or Steelbooks through that link. And by purchasing it through there, you also get to help out the show. So that helps us, and you guys get something cool in return. That's the way we do things around here. Now, before we go into our wind down about our guests from last week, Jason, remind everybody where they can find you.
Geeks Podcast. We're live Sundays at 10 a.m., mainly because we just want to do it first thing in the morning so we can have our days because we're old. And
I love that it's first thing in the morning to you guys too.
Yeah.
I love that you guys are like the brunch of podcasts.
We are.
That's the new slogan.
Most of us just roll out of bed and go straight to the computer.
There you go.
Yeah, you can find us. We do a lot of fun things. I do the Scary Snobs on Thursday at 10 p.m. and Matt Talk, where we talk to your grandmother about one of our favorite lawyer shows, and that is Matlock.
There you go. Kidding. All right, very cool. James, tell everybody where they can find you.
Hey, okay, so I can find me at wordsfilmmusicspeaks.com. We upload to our podcast 2 to 3 times a week. So, and we also interview musicians. So if you're a musician and want to be interviewed, you can contact us at whenwordsfailmusicspeaks.com.
All right, very cool.
Alrighty. So last Friday, our guest was Todd Stashwick from Star Trek Picard. Nick and Tim got a chance to talk to him. I was not in on this interview, and now I'm very, very jealous, but that's okay. The guys got to talk to him about his role on Picard as Captain Liam Shaw, his love for D&D, his nerd merch website, the Nerd Circus, and so much more.
By the way, if you guys watch that episode, sorry, Kathleen, to cut in.
Rude.
But if you guys, I know, I'm sorry. Nice, Jason. Turd Ferguson. All right, so but if you guys do watch that interview, make sure that you find out who Gary is, because that is one of the coolest bits in that interview. I lost my mind when he introduced Gary. So very, very cool.
Oh boy. So, you guys are weirdos.
There you go. James, there you go. Your show's website looks amazing. I'm not waiting until tomorrow. I'm digging in right after this show.
Right after you put the kid to bed, because I don't want to.
There you go.
All right, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
So the episode with Todd is still up on the FSF PopCast YouTube channel, website, podcast providers, wherever you guys find us. You know where we are. Anyway, you know the stuff and things, right? Right? We've been doing this long enough. They know the stuff and things.
But at this point, I would imagine that most of them know the stuff and the things and all that place. But yeah, it's all out there for you guys.
Like we've said 100 times before, and we'll say 100 times again, your subscription to our YouTube channel is a major help. Please do not forget to click like and subscribe as you watch the videos. I could say that in my sleep. I'm pretty sure of it by now.
Probably so.
I probably do say it in my sleep.
And as the banner says down below, check us out on Patreon. We got some really cool new content came out today. It's for our FSF reviews, the Stargate SG-1. And so we're getting started into that. We did the movie on our last episode, Stargate the movie from 1994. Now we're starting SG-1, which I started in 1997. But
yes, it did. Enjoy our issues with the recasting.
That is much of the episode where we're Kathleen and I are struggling with the recast. All right. So Friday, I am really excited about airing this interview.
You might not be as excited as I am.
So Friday we have Cal Dodd, the voice of Wolverine from X-Men, the animated series, and from X-Men 97, the upcoming on Disney Plus. And so, yeah, he is the best at what he does. So we talk about that. We talk about all the different things that he's gotten involved in. By the way, Cal is an amazing singer. He's got a wonderful voice. If you go look him up on YouTube, you will not be disappointed by what you hear this man come out of this man's mouth. He's got some pipes.
He serenaded me during your interview.
Yes, he did.
I was giggling like an absolute little schoolgirl. It was great.
I probably would have done the same if you would have serenaded me. But he did call me Bub a couple times, so I was pretty happy about that. That's all I needed.
So, been like, yes, I'll marry you.
pretty much. So, and you do.
I am not surprised. I am not surprised that I tell people.
I mean, that's good practice too. So, I mean, you know.
Yeah,
it's true.
Now, however, that comes out on Friday morning. However, if you were a Patreon subscriber at our $10 level, actually at our $3 level, at our $3 level, you could watch or listen to that on Wednesday, because that will be up for early access on our Patreon channel for you guys to be able to enjoy that before everyone else and the rest of the world. You get access early. That's why they call it early access. Not to mention all the other cool stuff that comes by being a patron. And yes, Jason Taylor is a patron of the FSF PopCast, which within a couple months, if he continues his patronage, he gets a exclusive coffee cup that doesn't come to anybody else other than our patrons. So, yeah,
I'm pretty sure he was the first of the patrons as well. Like,
he is.
It went live, and he was on it like 5 minutes later.
I signed it on. I published it at like 11:55, and at 11:56 we had Jason. So.
I was stalking the page. I was waiting. I tried to sign up like 2 weeks prior. Wouldn't let me.
Well, so thank you, sir. By the way, you are amazing. We appreciate all your support and everything you've done for our show. Not just on air here, but the stuff you do behind the scenes is amazing and cannot be overstated. Is how important
don't
it is
make me
to us.
cry. I can't wait till Monroe.
No, I mean this in all sincerity. You are amazing. We love working with you guys. We love working with you, and you can make it real easy to have fun and do podcasting stuff. So, thank you. So, and James, thank you for coming on tonight. We really do appreciate your time, and we've enjoyed it. So,
thank you so much for having me. This is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Pleasure to meet you, James.
Pleasure to meet you too. Yeah.
So we have their Twitter pages down in the show notes down below. Please, those are linked in the, so please go down in the show notes and find their Twitter channels and go to their websites. Check these guys out. If you're not already following Three Geeks Podcast and When Words Fail, Music Speaks, you kind of need to be. So go check those guys out. And on behalf of Kathleen and I and our missing compatriot, the Stash, goodbye.
Bye.
See you later.
On behalf of the rest of the hosts of the FSF Podcast, we want to thank you for listening to this episode. If you'd like to be a guest on a future episode, please contact us by means of Twitter or Instagram using the handle @FSF PopCast, or go to www.fsfpopcast.com and click on the contact link. Thanks again, and hope you enjoyed the episode.